and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name's Roya, and each week we do a Mermaid Makeup Monday where we do makeup looks based off of mermaid tales. This week we are doing the FinFolk's All Hallows Eve. This is the first tale in the series that I actually do not own myself. Since it is one of the more Halloween themed tales, I wanted to do a look for it since we are in the month of October. So I hope you guys really like this tutorial. This is going to be episode 5, which is really cool. So I'm really excited to talk about this a little bit in the video, but we started this video like 5 something in the morning because I'm actually going to the airport to go on my first mermaid retreat, which is with the Mermaid Free Dive or Vero Beach Mermaid or Brandy, and we are going to Oregon. So as soon as I stop recording this, I am grabbing my bags and heading to the airport. So I hope you guys enjoy. I did film this one quite a bit ahead of time. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and let's get started on the makeup. Good morning, everyone. It is not even 6 o'clock yet, but I'm getting ready to go on a mermaid retreat with Mermaid Free Dive, and I am filming this before I need to head to the airport. So it is very early. I just woke up not that long ago, but I have already prepped my skin. So as always, we're going to start with primer, and we are just going in with the NYX face glue. This has turned into my trusty primer for waterproof makeup, and I'm excited to do this tale. I think you could probably use this look for a couple of other tales as well. This is actually not a tale that I own. So out of this series so far, this is the first time that I'm doing makeup for a tale that I don't own. This always reminds me of the glaze that is on, what do you call those? The Little Debbie, like they're like chocolate and they have like the white frosting, like loop-de-loops. I don't even know if they still make those anymore. I just remember always having them as kids. This is my first time filming this early in the morning. We'll see how we like it. Okay, there's my tacky glass skin. I'm really excited to get started with this look. And then I'm gonna be wearing this look through the airport. My cat, if you can see her, is not happy. She as soon as the suitcases come out, she's like, so she knows what's going on and she's not happy about it. For foundation, we're going in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear in 1W2 Sand, in case you're curious what the color is. And I'm really glad that you guys like the Dead Man Tells No Tells. What's so funny is as soon as I was editing that video, I was already thinking about, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this look again next year for Halloween, but I already am like thinking about how I want to amp it up for that episode of Mermaid Makeup Monday. So just know that there's gonna be a enhanced version of Dead Man Tells No Tales for 2026. So I'm really excited about that. I recolored my hair last night, so I'm glad I don't have like black hair color all over my face. I do have a little bit right there. That's okay though. My hair naturally is like a medium tone brown, I guess you could say. So I dye it black. If you're looking on the scale, like black hair dye is like a 1 and like white is a 10. My hair is like a 5, maybe like pushing into a 6. And just bringing that down the neck. I got this brush from Ulta. It's a Real Techniques brush. It's number 259. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. I love this brush for foundation. It is fantastic. Then going in with our concealer, this is the L'Oreal Infallible in the shade 325 Eggshell. And we're just applying a very liberal amount of that. If you guys want to let me know, I would appreciate it down in the comments. Do you guys like to see me do my base each time? Because we could just skip to the fun part where I'm adding color in, so like doing the eyes and cheeks and stuff and lips. I just don't know if, you know, that's something that you guys want to see every time, but then I also guess that there's people that are watching for the first time, and I do be yapping a little bit while we're doing this part. So let me know if you guys want me to keep it in or not, or what your opinions are. I'd like to know down in the comments, and thank you for those that have been commenting. I've seen some of you guys sharing it on Instagram, and those that always give the videos a thumbs up. Like, that is a super free way to help support. That way I can keep doing these videos. If you follow me on, I think TikTok is where I did a Sephora haul. I got these like Korean face masks. They're from Biodance, I think. They are amazing. I did one the other night and I swear like it gave me glass skin overnight. So I really like those masks. I want to keep doing them. If you haven't done one before, you basically put it on and it looks like a normal like sheet mask. You leave it on overnight, and as it absorbs into your skin, it turns like a little bit harder and completely clear. So then it's like just clear in the morning, you like peel it off. It's very satisfying. So I think for this particular look, I want to do more of like a mauve-y or more of a neutral blush. So I'm gonna do, for the cream, I'm gonna use the Glowy True Rose in the L'Oreal Lumi Liquid Blush. I'm gonna use that, and then before that we're gonna go in with our trusty Milani, and this is in the Spilling the Tea color. With my clean, guess who washed her brushes? Me. I'm gonna be doing makeup on this trip, which I'm really excited about. I had to wash, I didn't have to. I store my brushes clean, and anytime I'm gonna take them on any kind of anything, I still like to re-sanitize them and clean and wash them again. Maybe that's whatever, but I just don't want dirty brushes on my clients. So I went ahead and washed all my personal brushes as well. I did makeup professionally for years, like over a decade as a freelance, I guess close to 2 decades actually. I'm like, oh God. And so I do have my personal makeup, and I have my personal brushes, and then I have my kit. Those are not the same products. So the products that you guys see me using here, where like I might be dipping back into the product or doing whatever, that's my personal products. It's not my kit products that I use on clients. They're 2 very different things, and I feel like they should be 2 very different things. And the reason that I say that, in case you're curious, is most people are not as, I guess, meticulous about being sanitary with their own products that they're just using on themselves. So that's why I think it's good to have a separation of the 2. I think this is gonna be such a pretty blush. Like the color in this is just really pretty. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it too, which I like. I don't know why. My song of today, because you guys are, I think I talked about this in the last video, I always have something stuck in my head, but I just woke up and I have that song, I don't know the name of it, but it's like, all I do is win, 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 win. You know what I'm talking about. And they throw their hands up, but that is what is stuck in my head right now. And only that part. And I had read once that the reason songs get stuck in your head is because you don't know the full song, and if you like learn the full lyrics, it like breaks the loop of it being stuck in your head. Now, have I tested that theory? No, but I did read that one time in case anyone wants to try that out for science. Going on with our Juvia's Place in the color Zaria. Now, the only issue that comes with me washing my brushes is I grab a lot of them based on the color that's on the bristles, and then I'm like, wait, which brush am I using for what? Also, sorry if I am more monotone than usual, which that's saying a lot because I'm pretty monotone. I just woke up, so I don't know. In the mornings, I'm just really quiet, probably because of trauma, but that's fine. And that's okay. I'm just not, like, when I'm really excited and hanging out with friends and stuff, I'm really loud, don't get me wrong, but like when I'm home, I'm pretty quiet, pretty reserved, if you would. So I have 2 different blush options here. I don't know which one I want to use. You could go really either way. This one is Fearless Coral. I just opened this and it was like shattered or something. Oh well, it's fine. So I don't know if that's gonna pick up the color. So it's like a corally shade, or we can do this one called Legendary Berry. It's more of like a berry toned. Let me see. I think I'm gonna lean more on this one. I am very much a coral girly. I like some coral blush. I'm using my stippling brush. This is one of my favorite brushes to use for lots of things actually, but again, I'm pretty heavy-handed. I know that about myself, so this kind of helps mitigate that a little bit and like balance that out because it is a stippling brush instead of like a little bit of a denser brush. Oh, that's really pretty. Like I said, I love corals. Coral color blushes, always so pretty. And then we have our trusty infallible Blur setting powder. One thing I've noticed that I keep forgetting in my videos, and I'm just like, we'll get there eventually, I'm sure, but I keep forgetting to like spray my face in the video, like to set the makeup. So anytime I forget to do that, just know that especially if you're going underwater, you need to be setting your makeup with a setting spray. I've noticed that there's a couple videos where I just keep forgetting to spray my face at the end of the video, and I think it's because a lot of them, like, I end up doing later in the evening, or like last time Dead Man Tells No Tales, it was like more of a costume makeup, so I take it off really quick. So my brain is like not in the same thinking pattern as if I were to be doing that normally, because like I'm gonna be like, okay, I need to set my face, I need to do all these things, but for whatever reason I just do not think about it when touching a couple things up. I just don't think about it when I am filming, but always set your face. If I don't do it at the end of the video, please remember to set your face. Okay, so another thing that's kind of new is I did pick up this is one of the L'Oreal Infallible. I really like this product for waterproof. This is the foundation powder, and mine is in the shade 220 Sand. So I'm just gonna pick a little bit of this up just to give myself a little bit more color where I pressed in that setting powder. Not where I want it highlighted though. I say that and then I immediately put that on the tip of my nose. Just a light dusting, So now we're gonna go in and do our eyes. So starting off with the Anastasia Dip Brow, and in case you're curious the color, again, I don't know that I've ever said it, I do link it in the bottom bar, but this is in dark brown. I think by now you all know how I start my brows. I give a little fluff in the front. And then we outline and then we fill her in. I feel like for some reason my eyes are like super dry and I'm like, please do not water on me. I should be home by the time you guys are seeing this video from the Mermaid Free Dive retreat. I'm really excited. I actually used to live in Oregon. I used to live in Central Oregon and I haven't been back since I moved, which was in 2017. So I'm super stoked to go back, and I'm hoping that I packed appropriate clothing because it's like 45 degrees there. I live in Florida now and I don't even remember what 45 degrees feels like. So I'm just like, ugh. And it's also a dry climate, which will be really nice. I remember enjoying, I guess I am a dry climate enjoyer. Hopefully it will be very nice. All right, brows are on. I'm gonna use the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And if you do end up looking for MAC paint pots, there are so many of them, or there used to be. God, they probably discontinued a lot of them now, if not all of them. I don't know. I bought this one like last year. They last forever. You just don't use a lot of them. But I like either soft ochre, painterly, groundwork. Those are like matte shades. And I like those because you can add shimmers on top if you want something shimmery. But if you use, like, for instance, Bare Study or one of the ones that have shimmer to them, you are going to basically have a full shimmery eyeshadow look because what is underneath to prime is shimmery. So in case you missed me talking about that in one of my earlier videos, since we're now on episode 5, I can't even believe it. It's so crazy. I think about that. I'm like, what's it gonna be like when we're on episode like 52? Because that would be a full year's worth of weeks, right? And I'm excited, especially for those of you that have been here from the beginning of the journey. I'm really excited. If you want differentiation of textures, which I think is what looks best on eye looks, that's why I like to go with a matte shade instead of a shimmery base, in my opinion. I've definitely been in pinches though and only had like a shimmery one with me and still made it work. Miki. She's so cute. Can you guys tell yet that I love my cat more than literally anything? Anything on this planet, I love her more than anything. Okay, so I do want to do a little bit more of a dramatic look for this. So I'm going to start off by kind of sketching. I am going to be primarily using the Cultured palette from Juvia's Place. And I'm going to go in with a hot pink shade. This is called Kobo. And I am going to kind of sketch out a line. This would be the... This would be the look that I'm going to be wearing through the airport. This is kind of the shape we're going for. And now we are praying to get something somewhat similar on the other side. So sketch that line out because we're gonna go in with, we used this pink shade and then now we're gonna use this, I think it's called Naira Land, and that's gonna go all over the lid. So picking up a flat packing brush and then we're taking this shade all over the lid. And we are extending this color out just a little bit because it is a little bit more of a dramatic look. For that All Hallows Eve tail, you know, I'm already gonna be wearing a mermaid crown through the airport and then I'm gonna have this crazy colored eye makeup. It's gonna be a good time. I really like the pigment payoff on that. That's great. So this is my first time using this shade. So then I want to take a little bit of this shimmery shade here. It's like this light champagne shade. Pretty sure you guys have seen me use it in other videos. And I want to dust that right under my brow for a highlight before we go in and start blending. So I'm taking a tapered blending brush and I'm picking up that same pink shade and very lightly along that line that we made, I am blending that color upwards. So see how that's like softened that line a little bit? I really just wanted that line there for a guiding, like a starting point. I'm like doing this right now. I'm like, girl, I need to tweeze my eyebrows. Hello? Got some stragglers all over the place. I can't wait to add the purple into this look. I'm really glad that I filmed these the way that I do, where you see the finished product first, because I feel like in the middle it's kind of like, what the heck is she doing, you know? Now what I want to do is I'm going to take that same brush that we did the pink with, and there is a purple shade here called, I think, Ikawas, and I'm going to pick that up and from the side. So I'm gonna have the shade kind of on the side here and I'm gonna lightly wiggle this on that line and fade it up. So there is the purple and it kind of does a gradient up into the pink, and then you can just go back through with that same pink shade and blend. So this will be just a little bit of a process of going back in with the purple and the pink until you get it how you like it. If you want like a harsher purple line, want more purple than pink, want more pink than purple, or if you just like the pink, then you don't have to add the purple in. But I'm just trying to give some ode to the purples in that tail. And then we just blend it out. Down at the lash line, I'm gonna add with this blending brush, I'm just gonna add some of the pink. Like so. Just so this is kind of as multi-dimensional as the tail is. And then I'm gonna go in with that same purple on that blending brush and we're gonna do the lower lash line. And then just bring that out to meet the pink. Ooh, I like it. Then our next step is my favorite, which is the Makeup Forever. This is the waterproof eyeliner that I like to use in my waterline / my tight line. This is where we're gonna get the Ode to the Black in the tail. And then I'm gonna pick up this flat brush that we used earlier for the line work, and I'm just gonna make sure this color is all the way up the lash line. So I want that really, really rich on the bottom. Then using my Heroin Make eyeliner, you guys know I love this. I'm going to draw a line out and establish a guide. I'm keeping this eyeliner pretty close to my lash line. Like so, and then just bringing that line all the way in. And then, as usual, normally we're gonna do waterproof mascara, which I need to make sure I set over here so I pack it. But because we are not currently gonna be getting in the water, going in with the MAC Extended Play. I do want to do a white inner corner moment, so let me buff that out. And then to add some sparkle, we're gonna use the How Many Carats from Fenty Beauty, just to give it a little bit of a glow right here. And for lips, I'm gonna do this NYX in the Shine Loud. Don't know where the colors are on these, which always frustrates me because as a makeup artist, I'm like, where's the color? But I think, I don't know if this is the color. It's on the side where the color should be. It's LHP20, but it's like this more purpley tone, and I think this is gonna be perfect for All Hallows Eve. Nice purpley color. And then you guys know I love my Juvia's Place for the highlight, so I'm just kind of topping it off with this. Add some on the inner corner there, give it a little bit more pizzazz. And then last but not least, we're gonna add some lashes. And I'm using my favorite, which is the Duo Active Lash Glue. And then I'm using the same, what is that? The Eylure London definition lashes from last week. I don't remember if I linked those because I don't normally do lashes on the video, but I'm starting to do them. So I will make sure to link them in this video. If for any reason I forget, someone please comment and I will find and link them in the comments or in the description down below. So you can tell the difference in the look with lashes and without. The lash glue on this side is still kind of drying, but that kind of gives you the idea of what it looks like with and without lashes. Also, this is another random makeup artist thing. Eyelashes, you don't want to necessarily blow on them. I guess if you're doing them yourself, you can, but you get all of the bacteria from your mouth on the glue. So if you are ever getting your makeup done professionally and the makeup artist blows on your eyelashes, please ask for another pair, because to me, that is such a big no-no and it is gross. Don't be blowing on someone else's eyelashes that are about to go right up against their eyeball. You nasty. I feel like this glue right here is not drying as fast as I want it to, so I'm just gonna go in and paint over it. This one did a pretty good job though. So here is the makeup look for All Hallows Eve. I'm gonna go put my crown on. I'm not gonna put a top on today just because, again, I need to run to the airport. And fun fact, I am checking a bag in for the first time ever. I've traveled internationally and I have never checked a bag. It's always made me really nervous. And my monofin is not fitting in my check-in bag, so I need to finagle and mess with that before I go to the airport. Let me get the crown on and then we'll do the completed look. So this is the completed look for All Hallows Eve. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. This was a fun look. I feel like you could do this with multiple different things, but I actually really like the color combo altogether. I feel like, I don't know how it's gonna show on post, but this looks way more red to me on the viewfinder than it does in person. It's like a purpley color, so I don't know. I'm like looking at it here, I'm like, that's kind of purple, and then here I'm like, So I don't know how it's gonna look, but I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial for the All Hallows Eve tale. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know what you guys wanna see next. I really love doing these. I know that we are going into November next, so maybe we'll have some like fall themed tales, but let me know what you all wanna see. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next week for Mermaid Makeup Monday episode 6. Bye.